Welcome to CBSE English Teacher. Let's now look at the line by line explanation of the lesson. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together for class 11 English. This travelogue was written by Jordan Cook and Alan East. Introduction of the lesson. This story is about a 37-year-old businessman who is the narrator of the story. He has a wife named Mary and two children, Jonathan aged 6 and Susan aged 7. He and his wife both dream of a voyage around the world on their ship Wavewalker, which is a 23-meter long, 30-ton wooden hull, just like that of the famous Captain James Cook. The whole family started sailing from Plymouth, England on July 1976. The initial phase of the 3-year-long journey was from Africa to Cape Town. It was pleasant. While heading east along with two newly hired crewmen, strong waves hit them and their survival became a question. The story tells us about how they fought each day and survived till the end. Let's now look at the line-by-line explanation of the lesson. In July 1976, my wife Mary, son Jonathan 6, daughter Susan 7 and I set sail from Plymouth, England to duplicate the round-the-world voyage made 200 years earlier by Captain James Cook. For the longest time, Mary and I, a 37-year-old businessman, had dreamed of sailing in the wake of the famous explorer, and for the past 16 years, we had spent all our leisure time honing our seafaring skills in British waters. Our boat Wavewalker, a 23-meter, 30-ton wooden-hulled beauty, had been professionally built, and we had spent months fitting it out and testing it in the roughest weather we could find. Voyage means a long journey by sea or space. Leisure means free time. Honing means sharpen or improving. Seafaring means regularly traveling by sea. Honing our seafaring skills means improving the skills required to travel by sea. And wooden hulled means a watertight body of a ship. The narrator, a 37-year-old businessman, along with his wife Mary and two children, son Jonathan aged 6 and daughter Susan aged 7, went on a voyage on their ship in July 1976. They started from Plymouth, England. They wanted to complete the sea trip around the world just like the one that had been completed 200 years ago by the famous personality Captain James Cook. The narrator and his wife spent 16 years improving their seafaring skills. They got a ship built professionally, a 23-meter long, 30-ton heavy wooden hull called a Wavewalker. They took several months to test it in the roughest of weathers. The first leg of our planned 3-year, 1,05,000 kilometer journey passed pleasantly as we sailed down the west coast of Africa to Cape Town. There, before heading east, we took on two crewmen, American Larry Vigil and Swiss Herb Segler, to help us tackle one of the world's roughest seas, the Southern Indian Ocean. On our second day out of Cape Town, we began to encounter strong gales. For the next few weeks, they blew continuously. Gales did not worry me, but the size of the waves was alarming, up to 15 meters, as high as our mainmast. Gales means a very strong wind, and mast means a tall upright structure on a boat or ship. The initial phase of the 3-year-long journey of 105,000 kilometers passed pleasantly. They sailed down the west coast of Africa to Cape Town. The narrator hired two crewmen before heading towards the east to tackle the roughest sea, the Southern Indian Ocean. Their names were Larry Vigil, an American, and Herb Schlegler, a Swiss. On the second day in Cape Town, they encountered a strong wind which continued for several weeks. A strong wind was not a problem, but 15 meters high waves, which were the height of the mast, worried the narrator. December 25 found us 3,500 kilometers east of Cape Town. Despite atrocious weather, we had a wonderful holiday complete with a Christmas tree. New Year's Day saw no improvement in the weather, but we reasoned that it had to change soon, and it did change for the worse. At dawn on January 2, the waves were gigantic. We were sailing with only a small storm jib and were still making 8 knots. As the ship rose to the top of each wave, we could see endless enormous seas rolling towards us, and the screaming of the wind and spray was painful to the ears. To slow the boat down, we dropped the storm jib and lashed a heavy mooring rope in a loop across the stern. Then we double lashed everything, went through our life raft drill, attached lifelines, donned oilskins and life jackets, and waited. Atrocious means bad, of a very poor quality. Gigantic means huge, of a big size. Jib, a triangular staysail set forward the mast in a ship. Knots, a unit of speed equal to 1 nautical mile per hour, used specially of ships, aircraft or winds. Enormous means a very large size. Lashed means to hit with a lot of force. Mooring means the ropes, chains or anchors by or to which a boat or ship or buoy is moored. Loop means bend. Stern means the back part of a ship or a boat. Donned means put on or wore. And oilskins means heavy cotton cloth waterproofed with oil. On December 25, they had travelled 3,500 kilometers east of Cape Town. They celebrated Christmas together despite the bad weather. The weather remained the same till New Year's Day, but they hoped for it to change soon. The weather conditions worsened. On the early morning of January 2, the waves were very huge. They were sailing with a small storm jib at a speed of 8 knots. When the ship was sailing with the huge waves, they could see the huge sea in front of them. The noise of the waves and strong winds was painful for the ears. They dropped the storm jib to slow down the ship and hit a heavy mooring rope across the back part of the ship in a loop. They lashed everything with double force. They put on their oilskins and life jackets, attached the lifelines, and went through the life raft drills and waited.